Good afternoon to the Ambassador of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Kamanga Clementine Shakembo. My first question is, the Democratic Republic of Congo hosts numerous UNESCO World Heritage Sites and is a firm promoter of ecotourism. However, internal conflict in the east and the north is hampering the development of this sector. What is being done to sustain efforts to establish ecotourism as a durable industry?
Thank you, Madam, for your question. As I said on my speech during the ICD lecture, the Democratic Republic of Congo have a lot of natural resources, and some of them are recognized as patrimoine of the UNESCO. Let me take one example, the National Park of Kahuzi-Biega. The Kahuzi-Biega Park is maintained by the structure from the German side. So from that, this part still a good one, and everyone can go to visit it. If is a conflict, armed conflict, but this conflict is not every day. It's some day that is nothing happening over there. So people can go visit. And my government now working very, very hard to finish all the conflict on the east of Congo, because the international community get tired of this situation. But also, the Congolese people, we are tired. We don't want it anymore. We are doing many, many efforts that the east part can be the best part in the world. But it's an international conflict. It's engaged our African countries, is engaged foreign people. So to have the sustainable situation over there, all of us, we have to work together, you and me and everybody. We have something to do for this part. You know that the nature belongs to all of us. The benefit of the nature is for everybody. So I think that all of us, we make many efforts. You cannot imagine how many money from the international community, from the UN, even from the budget of the Congo, going to the east part. Some of our population is thinking that Congo is only the east, because sometimes we have to change the way that the budget was calculated to put more on the east part, because that's very important, and that's the way that you can see that we're doing our best. And the last effort that our government made is the signature of the agreement, peace agreement in Addis Ababa last 24th of February. We think that this document will be served and useful for all of us, and all the persons who are implicated on that have to do their job, and we hope that everything can be on the good way in the future, in the very, very proche future. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much. I will pose the second question. Alongside the internal conflict, mining, illegal wildlife trade are currently believed to be negatively impacting the ecotourism in the DRC. Is the government taking active measures to limit such activity?
Yes. On October 2010, the President Kabila signed a decree saying that nobody can take illegally mineral resources from the DRC. Following that decision, the German Republic opened a BGR office in Goma and in Bukavu to certificate all the mineral who are from the DRC land. And it works, But sometimes you know how women are, they're trying to find which way, because you cannot have office all the part. Is official office in Goma and in Bukavu, one also in Maniema, another one in Lubumbashi, to check who holds the mining, who is going out with the mining, and to pay the tax, and it works, except sometimes that somebody can fail the rule, but it happens sometimes, unfortunately. But for the government side, juridic law are there, and they are trying to do their job.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you. So does the DRC actively engage in nation branding activities, and what do these entail, these nation branding activities? What do they provoke? How do you think it's effective?
Yes. We are trying to host all international conference, so people can come in the DRC and see that life still possible in the DRC. We are organize some tourism, like in Kinshasa. As I said, we have a natural park of Bonobo, and also this park of Bonobo receive funds from the UN, from the UNDP, from the German side, from all of the partners that who belong, who think that to promote tourism and keep the ecology side on the good way. That's all the kind. Last time we did the best, I think, the best Francophonie conference in Kinshasa. You cannot imagine. The street was renovated for this occasion. The light was renovated, and people was very surprised to see that's Kinshasa, the capital. So, and in Lubumbashi also, a lot of meetings are doing over there, so people can travel more and more and see that the Congo still Congo as they know before. Even in the east part, people traveling. 2 times ago, a big delegation from the government side went to Goma, went to Bukavu. So it's possible to travel over there, but be careful. We never know where's it coming, the dangerous things. We have to be careful, but it's possible to do something. If today, for example, international community decide today to hold a UNDP conference in Goma, they will do it. They will do it. It will be an occasion to build house, to renovate the hotel. People will travel and going there. They will find very good things. It depends on all of us. We cannot stay and saying that the east part is every time conflict, military, arresting, violation, no respect of human rights. No, we have to live there. So the enemy will say, now I cannot do anything here. I think that's my view of things.
Okay. Thank you. Interesting.
Yeah.
I would like to ask you, do you believe that cultural diplomacy had the potential to strengthen national branding efforts of the DRC in order to increase tourism?
Yes, of course. The only thing that we have is that Congolese people, they don't speak English. And cultural diplomacy, the institute, do everything in English. So even the paper the put on your website is in English. So most of the people in Congo, they don't speak English. If you are international institution, so put something in French and English also. So all the people from the French countries, they also learn about what you're doing. When I see people attending your seminar here, it's almost the people from Tanzania, from Nigeria, from South Africa, from all African English-speaking countries. So we are automatically eliminated. So I think that if you want very, very well to push the cultural and the tourism and the diplomacy on the way that all the African countries can take benefits. So please include French also.
The last question is, again, on ecotourism. We see that ecotourism is a rapidly growing industry. With the second largest block of tropical rainforest worldwide, and like you said in your lecture, exceptional biodiversity, the DRC is a paradise for ecotourists. So do you see this ecotourism becoming one of the country's main industry in the few coming decades?
Yes, it could be. But for some country, we cannot accept a tourism who costs a lot of money. That's a big issue, because people still level standing. But if you make industry of ecotourism, I'm aware that it will be a lot of very costed and people will not follow. But let's go keep the standard for African countries, make ecotourism, keep the environmental, and make it slowly so people will enjoy the nature and the tourism. For example, you are in the forest. You don't have access to water. You don't have access to the electricity. Okay, but is a way to do with the solar electricity.
Yeah.
This one you can use it, but to use it, you need equipment who doesn't cost a lot of money, not a sophisticated one. So the local people will have possibility to have a benefit on the solar energy. I remember once we received an oven for cooking made in Japan. You can cook rice, you can cook fufu, you can cook everything. But to use it, you have to do it outside your house when you have the sun. But African food, you cannot cook it out on the sun. You will be burned on the same time that the food are cooking, because it's too hard. So now they try to find a model that you have the solar energy accumulator during the day, and then you can use it in the evening inside when the sun is gone. That's possible, but they said to make it that way, the amount of this oven will be a little bit high. You see what I mean? So now, we have to do our best to think about those local people they are the majority. They living in the rural sector. They are the most majority of people. How to make the tourism with them, together with them. It's possible, but we have to find a good way for that.
Okay.
Thank you for your time. It was a honor and privilege to have you here with us today.
Okay. Thank you, madam.
Thank you very much.
And thank you too. Thank you. Okay.